It's been a great experience to learn that business. It never ends. It's a 24/7 business, the hotel here.
Yeah.
Like, never stops.
What do you think of the area? So, I mean, this is my buy box. This is the area that we invest in millions and millions of dollars, and love that there are other people who've come into the same area and are investing in similar type projects, and we feel like we can help each other in that way, feed off each other. I say, if you want to know if it's a good investment, follow where the money is. And so the fact that you're here investing millions of dollars will give the guy next door the courage to invest in that, and so on and so forth. And so,
I mean, Ciudadela did that for me right down the street. Like, when I first looked at this, when you had it, I was like, okay, that Ciudadela building, so it's just right down the street. I mean, what do they have? Hundreds of millions of
hundreds of millions
of dollars in that project. So I'm like, okay, if they're willing to come in with hundreds of millions, I can come in with singles of millions. You know?
I like to invest in the areas where the big guys are playing, right?
Yeah.
So we're not small, but we're not big. And to buy a place like this at the feet of that, or we've got a property now here called Beats Plaza, it's the same thing. We're right in the same area, and we're seeing the stuff across the streets getting renovated and the stuff next door is getting renovated. And so it makes it a little bit safer for the investment. It's going to all ships rise in the rising tide, and you can see it. Like, even in the year and a half that you've been here, if you just walk out the door, you can see other things that have been renovated. You see the bakery across the street, and you'll see the different things like that. So
see what Base is doing, and some of these other buildings that they're doing some great projects here. And you know, Robbie, I've been here now 3 years, came here for the tax incentives. I'm 100% convinced of how good the tax benefits are that are offered for the island, because I look at just me alone. I come here for Act 60, but yet I'm doing the hotel, I'm doing some other projects over where I live in Palmas del Mar on the east side of the island, hopefully do more, and bought my car here, bought a house here, have other investment projects here. You know, we even rescued a dog here. You know, like, my point though is, like, I would not have done this hotel and stepped outside of a major comfort zone if they weren't offering these really great tax incentives. It makes it so that you want to take the risk, because it buffers that a little bit. It wasn't easy doing this. I definitely went over budget. There's a lot of challenge with investing here that you maybe don't have, a lot of nuance that maybe you don't have in the mainland. So having those incentives, for me anyway, it just pushes it over the edge to want to come in and do big things and great things.
that's awesome to hear, actually. So I'm going to parrot that from now on. I don't know. So I didn't come for Act 60. I just came for the opportunity to invest in a great market for real estate. But I do agree that because of Act 60, millions and millions of dollars have come to the island. And if we take the Looking Glass as an example, you're creating jobs for the neighborhood. You're creating places for people to come and stay. We can use this room. Other people can use this room. Locals and people who come off island alike. How many jobs did you create in the process of doing a renovation for a hotel, and then having the hotel and staffing and cleaning? And then, by the way, there's a restaurant downstairs. Now, you don't own that yet. Well, maybe we don't even want to put that out there. But if you do, you'll have those jobs as well from this one building. It's dozens of jobs.
I mean, they pay rent to us, but this certainly helps, because
for sure
you make this an attractive space. More people are coming to that restaurant if the neighborhood's feeling nicer and safer and better, right?
Right.
So, I mean, millions of dollars, because we did the entire build out was all sourced here. We made sure that, like, our windows, doors, all of our materials were locally sourced here. And not only that, but, like, the windows we didn't buy them from here, and they were still shipped from China, right? They were manufactured. Doors, windows, everything. If you go to our rooms, our little desks, they slide out into it's a dresser, it slides out into a desk. So it, like, swings out. That was homemade here by local. It was a neat idea to try to utilize the space.
You could go down these rabbit holes, but that's a lot of people that get touched because you choose to make an investment that, had they not done Act 60, you wouldn't have chosen to make. Right? So all of those jobs would be lost to the island, at least for now.
And even ongoing. So operations, we have a lot of local staff that are part of our cleaning and our front desk and our support, our maintenance. Those are all jobs that this hotel that was sitting vacant now provides.
Right.
And that feels great. It feels like, you know, we're making a difference. We're making a contribution in a positive way.
I see it. I hope that everyone who's watching sees it, because I think it's true. It's the first time I've had someone directly tell me I made an investment because of the tax incentives that were offered to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't, because we were making the investment and then took advantage of the tax incentive as we learned of them. But you went out of your comfort zone in order to invest into a hospitality play.
I mean, think about it, Robbie. Like, I can buy a hotel in the mainland and
Sure.
renovate it and rent it out for cash flow. Like, you know what I mean? Why this? Why here? And the tourism department of Puerto Rico is like, well, we want more tourism. We need more rooms. We need more hospitality. This is good for the island. Let's offer some incentives so that people want to do this.
Yep.
And so, I mean, like, it's working.
It's absolutely working, and they have a stated goal to take it from 6.5% of the GDP up to like 20%
And
of
it
the
should be.
GDP.
The island's amazing.
Right. It deserves more hospitality.
Our
So
beaches are amazing.
it's a growth industry
So
for
many
sure,
things.
right?
Yeah.
I think we should do another one. I got more projects for you. I'll sell or finance them.
Okay.
So we can go look at those. Cobian's Plaza or even further down the
I'm
street.
curious about Cobian's Plaza. That's a unique project. That's going to take some vision, but I mean, that spot where that's at is just phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah. This whole area.
block from here.
It's a block
Yeah.
from here. It's a great area. This area is the place to go for food, the place to go for theater, the place to go for nightlife.
You got the museum.
You got
they're
the
doing this new
museum,
park they're
yeah.
building.
The park's awesome. My dog loves the park, so we're at the park every single day. So that's great that they finally. It took them longer to open the park than it did for you to open the hotel. But
I mean, what is it? I think you can walk to the beach from here in about 20 minutes. Does that sound right? 25 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a great beach.
Yeah.
So you could do the little scooter over there or whatever. Like, we're really close to the beach.
Yep.
We're 10 minutes from the ports. From the cruise line.
Yep.
So I was telling you earlier, I had no idea, but we get a lot of cruise line traffic where they come in a day early, stay here,
Yeah.
and then they go on the cruise, and then they'll stay another day after that or
Yeah.
longer.
So they'll go and then come back? Are you
Sometimes
seeing them?
they'll
They,
go-
they come in a day or two before the cruise, then they go on the
Sometimes-
cruise, then they come and stay again for another day or two?
Sometimes that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you offer things like car service to the ship yet, or is that another growth?
I mean, we're
revenue
looking at
for you?
all of those amenities. Yeah. How can we serve the client? You know, the big vision for this is not to just be a boutique, but to be a retreat center.
Yeah.
And
And to do more of this, what
Yeah.
we're doing with
And I
this.
come from that background with my training stuff where, do little events and groups and masterminds. I either go to those or put those on quite often. So to have a space where people could come, bring their group, have the rooms, have the fourth floor, even the roof.
Yeah.
And you could do, any types of groups, so yoga, or we have a marriage retreat that's happening here, all kinds of things
Oh,
like
that's
that.
right. I heard about that. My wife,
We're doing
my
one
wife
that-
told me after she met your wife. She's like, they're doing a marriage retreat.
We're doing one here, and then a guy named Bill Faith is doing one, who just booked it, and he wanted the rooms, he wants the space,
Really?
and we're doing it.
So it's working.
Yeah.
Also, I know as I walked in, I saw your daughter-in-law at the front desk, and I said, "How's it booked tonight?" She said, "Every room is booked."
Yeah.
So that's phenomenal. I mean, it's a Saturday night and it's the season, so it should be high booking. But 100% on any night of the year is really, really good. Congratulations for that.
You know something really cool we're doing too is we have our slow times. So there's slow season, obviously, and then there's also, like, during the week, sometimes the middle of the week is slow. So we'll have like lower occupancy. And we've been trying to figure out how to offer to local Puerto Ricans a huge discount, like half off.
Right.
Just to locals. And because what we find is about 40%, maybe not that high, but quite a few people that stay at the hotel are locals, and they're coming from Rincon and they want to go to Old San Juan, so they want to make a weekend out of it or whatever.
Or coming down for a concert or any of that stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
and rather than do the 2-hour drive back to the west side, they just would rather stay the night. Or we did a Uncommon Entrepreneur event, and we had a couple people also coming from far, and they were like, "This thing's going to go till 9 or 10.
Can we
I think I'll
stay?
just stay the night."
Yeah.
So if we can,
Phenomenal.
yeah. So we're hoping to. I mean, I'm just being very proactive, Rob. Like I think in business, what I've learned in my other businesses is I don't ever just sit by and hope things work out or wait for things to work out.
No.
I want to take a very proactive approach to all of it.
Yeah. You've always got really good ideas. So I told you that earlier tonight, listening to you selling something to the room. It's like, I had not thought of that. And I consider myself the same, to be proactive. I'm doing lots and lots of different deals. But it's fun to be a part of these groups and to get to spend time and talk with you. So I appreciate your generosity and
You're welcome.
inviting the group here, and then we get to use your beautiful studio. So anything else that we need to say for this?
Maybe if you're watching this and you want to come to Puerto Rico, come stay at the hotel. If you do any type of content, you can come use the podcast studio, or if you want to put on a little group event, you can do that here too. It's like close to all the things. It's a 10-minute Uber ride from the airport.
Yep.
You're close to Old San Juan, the beaches, all the things. So it's
Hey guys, thanks for watching that. Come stay at the Looking Glass Hotel. Give this video a like, share it with everybody. This place is amazing. Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate
thanks,
it.
Robbie.